Hi guys, it's me, Julia, and welcome back to a new video with me. In today's video, I am voicing over a few of my last show rounds. Over the past few weeks, Kleck and I have been doing quite a few shows almost every weekend, and not only that, but we have also braved our first 120. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, jump my first British Fox Hunter, which is a different word for a 120 here in England. And we've actually now jumped two 120s since, which is quite exciting. And in today's video, I want to do a voiceover of the past few show rounds that I've done with Kleck, including my first and second 120. This over here is Kleck and I warming up for our first show post-lockdown. So this was our first show in pretty sure 6 months. So I entered Kleck in a 110 for our first round. Not only was this our first show in 7 months, this was also our first outdoor show in probably a year, because I think the last time I jumped Kleck outdoors or competed him outdoors was right before I bought him. So he was a bit strong and a little bit fresh, and that's also why I made the mistake of holding him a little bit too much. So you can definitely see that we were just way below the rhythm, especially for the first jump being a bigger oxer right off the corner. So I got him way too deep, and Klecky really had to help me out. And then we were also on the wrong leg after the jump. I didn't get my change, so we just kept going, which is alright. So the second jump was quite nice, and a flowy 5-stride line to the third jump, which was also really nice and smooth. And then we come to number 3 and 4, which is another line. And we actually got a pretty good shot into number 4, and then it was this dog leg or broken line to number 5. And this is where it starts going wrong. We turned left, so we were supposed to turn right. I forgot my course at this point, which was very embarrassing. This is where you can tell that I had been out of the ring for over 6 months, and when I get nervous, I tend to overthink the course and then forget it. So that was very embarrassing. So we were definitely lacking impulsion again into this 1-stride combination, and Kleck had a pole, got himself out of it though, which was nice. And then to number 7, which was this bigger upright, which he jumped really nicely, and we got a good shot into that. And then, oh my god, he was on the wrong leg, disunited, and then, ooh, this combination, oh my god, he was so good. I had no stride into that, and he really helped me out and got himself out of that really well. And then we turned to number 9, to this other upright, and then another line. I think this was 6 strides to number 10, which Kleck jumped really nicely. And then there's only 2 jumps left of the course now. I decided to take the longest route possible to number 11. He jumped it well, and then the last jump is this bigger oxer, where we actually got a really good shot into, but he did have that down, which was pretty unlucky. So all in all, we had 2 poles and a few time faults as well for my circle. To be honest, I wasn't too upset with the round. It wasn't a great round on paper, but Kleck was really good, and for a first round in like 7 months or 6 months, I'm actually pretty happy with that. And here we're warming up for my next round, which was our first 120. Definitely a little bit of a risk jumping my first 120 after not having competed in like 6 months. But oh, Kleck was amazing. He jumped fabulous over the first jump, which was a really big oxer. This was definitely one of my favorite rounds I've ever done with him. I made sure to have a big canter over the second, but then ended up getting way too deep and not being able to get him back for the third one. He helped me out because he's great and he always manages to get ourselves out of bad situations. And then we got a good shot into number 4, and then here again I could not really hold him and got him way too deep into number 5. He's great, so he cleared it still. And then we got a really good shot into the combination, which he flew in and out of, clearing it really nicely. And then we came around to number 7, this bigger upright, which he got a really good shot into as well. And then to number 8, we got a little bit deep, but Kleck was really good as well. This was actually the same course as in the 110, which was good for me because I already knew it and I did not forget again. And then this line, oh my god, this was this really big oxer at the end of the line, and Kleck flew that, making it feel small actually. And then we come around to number 11, which is the second last jump of the course. This bigger upright, over that, and then off to the last jump of the course, which was this really big oxer. and we were way too long to that, but oh my god, bless Kleck. I don't know how he cleared it, but he did. We went clear in our first 120 and ended up, I think, in 9th place. So I was very, very happy with that. Kleck was incredible, and to this day, it was definitely one of my favorite rounds. Shortly after that show, we went to our first stay-away show, which was such a cool experience. We went to Bolesworth National Young Horse Show, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard. Bolesworth is a very famous showground in England. It was really cool because we stayed there for almost a week. We were there for 6 days, and we stayed in the lorry, which was such a cool experience. So enjoy a few clips of life at Bolesworth, and then I will talk you through my rounds.
We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done. What do we do to love? 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 When everything's said and done.
This was the first round of our 3 rounds in total. We entered in 3 110 classes. You see the famous Bolesworth Castle in the background. It was such a pretty arena to jump in. Kleck flew over the first 2 jumps, and we now come around to jump number 3. All in all, I was really happy with this round. There were a lot of entries. I'm pretty sure there were 120 entries in total. And we actually managed to place this day, which was really, really cool. Here we come into the triple combination, which Kleck is always really good at. He jumps in and out really well. And then we come around to the water jump, which we got a bit long to, but Kleck jumped it really well. And then this is one of my favorite jumps. We got a really cool picture of that jump. It was so pretty and colorful. And then we head over to a bigger oxer on the other side of the arena, which Kleck jumped really well. This was actually quite a long course. I'm pretty sure there were 14 or 15 jumps because it was a 2-phase. And yeah, here we jump into the combination, which Kleck nailed. And this is already where the jump off phase starts. I think we did an inside turn after this next jump. So yeah, we jumped number 3 again, but now it's number 11. And then we did an inside turn here to number 12, which Kleck flew over. And then we come around to number 13, which was this oxer over here, which we got really deep to, but Kleck saved me. And then to number 14 over this upright. And yeah, we went clear. Really, really happy with Kleck. He got us such a pretty rosette, which are always a big plus. So all in all, a very successful first day at Bolesworth. This is day 2 of Bolesworth. This was also a 110. This was a speed class, so there are only 10 jumps of the course, but there are lots of opportunities for turns. So yeah, number 1 to 2, Kleck jumped really nicely, and then it was a rollback turn to number 3, which was this double, and I was feeling quite confident this day, really going for it. And we took an inside turn to number 4, which was this bigger water jump, which Kleck flew over. And then off to number 5, which was down this long line. I had to hold Kleck quite a bit. He was definitely feeling good this day. And then all the way around to jump number 7, which sadly I got really deep to. You can't actually see, but the pole does fall down. So we had that one down. And then to number 8, which Kleck jumped well. And then number 9 was the triple combination again, which he nailed and jumped through really well. And off, galloping him to the last fence of the course, which was his oxer. And he jumped that really well as well, finishing on 4 fault, which I'm still really happy with. And then for our last round, which is round number 3, you could definitely tell that Kleck and I were both quite tired. This was another 2-phase, so you need to jump the first phase of the course clear to be able to jump the second phase. So quite sticky into the first fence. Kleck still helped me out though. Number 2 was really nice, and then we come around the corner to number 3, and I'm pretty sure he had this one down. I think my striding wasn't even that bad. I think he just, was a bit tired. Number 4 was fine again, and then around to number 5. And like I said, since we had a pole, I think we had 2 poles in this first phase, we did not continue to the second phase. He jumped number 5 really well, and then number 6, his upright was nice as well. And then we come around the corner to the triple combination, which Kleck flew through. And then you can tell though he was jumping quite flat this day. We were both not really in top form, which is fair enough. And then number 7, I think, he had that one down as well. And then that was it. They then rang the bell and we had to leave the arena. Overall, I am very happy with how our 3 rounds at Bolesworth went, especially after obviously having such a long lockdown period and not really being able to go to any shows away from Hartbury or any shows at all. I was very happy, and we had a really good time with my trainer and my friends and everyone else that was competing at Bolesworth. The weekend after Bolesworth, we went to Scope Festival of Show Jumping, and oh my god, this round. So I was entered for the 115, which was the under 18 age class. But as we were warming up, I then found out that I was too old for the class since I was already 18, and I was forced to jump the under 21 age class, which was 120 to 125, and it was a very big course. So yeah, this is the under 21 age class. It was either not jumping at all or jumping 10 centimeters bigger than planned, and so we decided to just go for it. And he had the second pole down, sadly. He could have had that clear. He was just being a bit lazy. I don't think he was expecting the jumps to go up that much since we were warming up for the 115 and not the 125. Anyways, he jumped through the double, cleared that really nicely, as well with jump number 4, which was his big upright. And then we come around to jump number 5, which is the red upright in the center of the arena, which he flew over really nicely. And then we come around to number 6. I don't think he saw this jump quick enough. I don't think he was expecting it. I could have turned him a little bit better to that. Number 7 was this big yellow oxer in a line to another upright to number 8, which he flew over. And then, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous for this round. I'm always quite nervous before a round, and then when you're in it, the nerves kind of go away, and we had so much fun jumping this. My turn to number 9 was not great. Kleck jumped it massively, and really, I got really left behind. And then we turned to number 10, which is, the double, the green double. And this part of the course, this is the second half, and it was massive. The last jump was 130, which you will see in a second. And then he jumped this red oxer really nicely, and then to the last fence, this blue upright, which was huge. And he flew through that. Oh, I was so happy with Kleck. Even though we didn't go clear, I had such a good time jumping Kleck through that round. This is the second day. On day 2, we were entered in the 115. This was a qualifier for the final, which was on day 3. I'm not the biggest fan of smaller, narrower indoor arenas, which you can tell I don't really ride as well as in outdoors. Kleck jumped the first fence really nicely, and then we went to fence number 2, which was alright, a bit deep, but Kleck was fine, he cleared that. To number 3, which he jumped really nicely. And then we went around the corner to number 4, which was also, I think, still pretty good. Bit deep into the double, but Kleck flew out of it fine. To number 5, which was off the corner, there's bigger oxer. I don't know what it is with indoor arenas. I just never really managed to get the best canter in there and lack a little bit of impulsion. So we got really deep into number 6, and Kleck helped me out. And this is kind of where it goes wrong a little bit. We're going to this 4-stride line. Kleck jumped into it alright, but we just had no canter, and we did not make it 4. Kleck chipped in really badly and really threw me out of the saddle. So it took me some time to reorganize myself, and then I just didn't have enough time to really get my canter and rhythm organized. And then he had number 9 down, and then he saved it to number 10, jumped into that double really, really well. And then to number 11, which was this really big oxer. and he jumped that really nicely. And then number 12, I held way too much and added an extra stride, which I shouldn't have, but yeah, that was alright. So that did leave us on 4 faults. We still qualified for the final though. Also, I did fall off in the warm-up, like a minute before I went into the ring, so I think that kind of threw me off a little bit as well, which you could probably tell by my riding. But yeah, we didn't actually jump the final day because Clegg had a little bit of a swollen eye, so we decided to pull out of that because his health will always come first. But we got some really pretty pictures from the day before that, and I was really happy with how the show went overall. Clegg was a superstar like always. And yeah, that was it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I love doing these voiceovers and it feels like I'm chatting to you guys, and I do like keeping in the good and the bad, just to show everyone that we all make mistakes, we all have our great rounds and our not so great rounds. It's all about trusting the process. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see more of Clegg and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!